Hello everybody, Mark Malloy coming to you live right now from George Washington's home, Mount Vernon. In the distance you can see there, we are standing at the west gate of Mount Vernon. This was the original entrance to George Washington's home. People would take their horses and carriages by road through this way. You can see the original road going down, and you can see the mansion off in the distance. And this was to give people a good view of the house as they are getting closer and closer to the mansion. But we wanted to stop here. We had just spent a few days with our friends at the American Battlefield Trust up in Boston, touring sites related to Lexington and Concord and Bunker Hill. And we realized that today, May 4th, 2025, is actually 250 years from the day that George Washington is going to leave his home at Mount Vernon to go attend the Second Continental Congress up in Philadelphia. Now, it's important to remember during this time, this is such a tense time for the colonies. George Washington had learned about what happened up at Lexington and Concord. He had learned that the Governor Dunmore had tried to take the powder. And after learning all this tense situation, he was heading up to Philadelphia to go meet with delegates from all the other colonies, and they didn't know what was going to happen. George Washington didn't know that by leaving on that day in May of 1775, he was not going to see his family or his home for 6 years. So in 1781, he's going to come back during the siege of Yorktown, but he didn't know he was going to take command of the Continental Army in June of 1775. But just interesting to think about. And one of my favorite quotes of George Washington that he's going to write that month in May of 1775, he's going to write to his friend George William Fairfax, who ends up becoming a loyalist. And he's writing about what happened at Lexington and Concord, and he says how sad it is to learn that a brother's sword had been sheathed into a brother's breast, and that the once peaceful plains of America are either to be drenched in blood or inhabited by slaves. But a righteous man can have no hesitation in his choice. And we know what Washington's choice is. And like I said, he's going to go on to become the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army and ends up becoming really our nation's greatest hero. But he left here 250 years ago this very day. Thanks for watching.